This guitar is somewhat of like a happy accident. Originally, the Koa was supposed to be for this order, right? We trimmed it out, picked it up, and it shredded. Couldn't, in my heart, throw it in the scrap bin. It's a mess, but it's been cool. This is a glass of lemonade right here. My name is Pat Campolattano. I'm principal master builder for Jackson Guitars, and this is my Kintsugi Rhoads. Kintsugi is a Japanese method of repairing pottery, taking the broken pieces, putting them back together, covering the cracks with resin and gold powder. So the final product looks like a more beautiful version than it was before it broke. I could have taken the top and just glued it back together. Nobody would have been the wiser. Instead of making the same guitar, I just thought like, okay, what's a way to really make it unique? I've wanted to do this style build for a long time, and now is the perfect excuse to try and learn a new technique. Just took it and ran with it. In thinking of Kintsugi and gold leaf, I was like, okay, gold hardware. I knew it would look nice with the honey amber color. When you go to put the gold on the edge, it almost electrically attaches itself. It's pretty cool, but it's a huge pain in the ass. The first thing was, I'm gonna do this 3-piece neck. The wings and the center blank are all from the same board of Carina. Putting the center laminate in there makes it nice and strong. It prevents like the grain from running out at the headstock. You don't need to do a scarf joint. Then I thought I could do the offcuts from the body and turn it into the binding. That's what's on the head and the fretboard. The extra pieces in here is what the inlays are made out of. They have cracks in them filled with gold. The bevels and stuff, I chisel them by hand. If you look at the back, gold leaf bevels with the black pinstripes that kind of match the center line. Pickups are Lawler Imperial High Wind. We use all sorts of different metal sounding pickups, but this guitar is very organic, and I always found that these pickups sounded super, super perfect pretty much for anything. It's my favorite pickup. It's what I'd put in my guitars. Go to Tunematic Bridge with the old school traditional Rhoads hardtail string through. The most infrequently used thing in the world of guitar is the tone knob. It's just a 3-way switch, volume control, gold truss rod cover and shallow locking tuners, string through ferrules on the back, anodized backplate, and then your standard Rhoads jack, and the Evo Gold fret wire. Super jumbo. It feels like an awesome Rhoads, but it's gold. It's an ebony fretboard and ebony head cap with the gold leaf Jackson 90s logo and Koa binding. And then we did the brass side dots, brass nut, the logos, the pinstripes, the hardware. Really ties the room together. My hope is that whoever buys it plays it. It's really cool doing an art piece and making something fun, but it actually sounds really good. All the good stuff that you want and kind of like no frills. Other than that, it's already very fancy. I don't love making art for art's sake. I make tools for players. The biggest compliment I always say is come back in a year and see it's messed up. It's got like one of the points chipped or dinged. It means you loved it enough that you want to keep playing it. It's cool to learn different styles of art. There's so many things out there to learn from different artists of different mediums. I think it's important to just test your boundaries and not be afraid of making your mistakes. Not everybody puts their mistakes out on parade, but can't be afraid to, if you want to test your limits. I just made it a nightmare.